going to, I've been holding this one back a little bit, partially because I wanted to keep the 930 at the top of the list. But the Cappuccino with the RX-7 motor this car has just been dominating for me on this track. And I use it as my daily grind vehicle, so I just think it's not something that I want to hold off on sharing. I've already done a basic instruction on the setups. I'm going to go ahead and put the settings back out there for you, so you can take a quick look. Pause the video if you need to, but you can kind of see where the suspension is set up, the differential. There's some tunes out there. I actually added a little bit of downforce to the front from the tune that I saw, and took away some of the negative camber, straightening the wheels out. It made it rotate a little bit better for me. Otherwise, the car was really pushing. Otherwise, it's weak anti-lag. I use the medium RPM turbo. And my brake balance, I have pushed all the way forward just to prevent it doesn't prevent anything, but it slows the wear on the rear tires. Now this is using the soft tires, because that's what we're doing. It pushes the performance points above what you can use on the Tokyo 600. But what you're going to end up using is you'll start with the intermediate wets, and then halfway through you switch to either the racing medium or racing hard. Racing mediums, if you run them, you usually blow the tires on the last hairpin right before the finish line. So it's faster, but it's going to be a little bit challenging at the end there. So let's go ahead and put this thing on the track. And I've already looked at this a little bit, and the cars that I'm up against are borderline insulting. And that's it. That's the end of the competition. So the suspension in this thing has been stiffened up pretty dramatically, at least with the roll bars, or sway bars, or whichever way you want to call them, anti-roll bars. This will be a little different just because I'm used to this track being wet and drying as you're racing it, and I'm not used to the soft tires. I usually, once I switch over to mediums, I can get it below 2 minutes pretty consistently. You can see the car rotates real nice and easy. It's super quick. I'm sure with a little bit of ballast, if you wanted to, you could still run the softs. I don't think it's necessary. I mean, in fact, I know it's not necessary. This car, you can either drive relaxed and win the race, or honestly, not even trying too hard. You can lap the whole field on the Tokyo 600. I've actually been a little nervous about this car getting hit with a performance point adjustment. Before I was able to do this engine swap, I had been using the Alpine with the A220, and that was able to be tuned under 600 points pretty repeatedly. Like, they went through a couple updates. It might even be possible now. I know the last tune that allowed for that car to be used, I didn't even bother getting, just because this car is crushing it at this point. Like, it's a faster car. When I first had the setup that I saw online, this car was a little twitchy, but it does its own thing pretty well now. Because it's not electric, we're back to shifting, which is fun. This car is doing 215 in the straights, and I can't imagine. I've never seen one of these in person, but I know they're insanely tiny. So I can't imagine. I'm sure 70's scary in this car. These things flying at us like projectiles. I'm surprised they haven't put an AutoZam, the AZ1 in the game yet. I don't think that car was very successful, and I guess it had a tendency to roll, and with gull-wing doors being on the roof, it's not really ideal. But it was always the Beat, the Suzuki Cappuccino, and the AutoZam that were the K cars of Gran Turismo. We won't be beating that time. But that very comfortably puts it at the top of the list here. That's a 158 we had. The Porsche was at 203 before we got to this one. So with lower performance points, we got, I mean, we're talking 150 fewer points on performance points, and we shaved 5 seconds. So this is a great little car. I'll do the regular engine version as well, and then I want to run the Honda Beat with the K-swap and the factory motor. I do have it built. It's a little twitchy yet, so I haven't really been comfortable with it, but I'll try to get that running. And I think it's still easy to win with the Beat. It's just not as comfortable. Like, especially with the clean race situation now. The Suzuki's kind of my go-to car for grinding the Tokyo 600. But hopefully this is helpful, and if you have any cars you're looking to review to see where they fit into this list, I'm happy to I don't really have so much of an order. I'm just kind of looking through the electrics first and some of the weird motors. Like I might do the Chaparral with the laser rocket system. and get some of those out of the way while we're figuring out where we're going to go next. But if you have any suggestions, please put them in the comments. I'll jump on it. And otherwise, if you like and subscribe, I appreciate it. But thank you and have a good night.